My job makes me sad. If you don't know me, my name is Michael. I'm a music teacher. I do a lot of private lessons. I was homeschooled all the way through, and I've been working in charter and public schools for about 4 years now. And I'm not seeing the point in the whole school thing. Now, let me be clear. The school I'm at right now, I'm actually at two different schools for the same district. They're great. The admin is great. The other teachers are great. The students are rowdy, but they're fine. There's nothing wrong with the schools themselves. The accommodations are fine. I don't have any problems with the schools. Don't hear me disparaging my specific school. It's the system that really bothers me. For the kids, not for me, for the kids. Every day we bring them in like the little ingredients in a factory, and the teachers mold them, stuff knowledge into them or something into them, and then we pump out graduates like we're working in a factory. And guess what? Our current model was designed by industrial tycoons like Andrew Carnegie and J.D. Rockefeller 120 years ago. So people like to say that the system's outdated. It's not outdated. It just never worked in the first place. They just wanted people to work in the mills for them. And it worked. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences, blah, 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 blah. I know the meme. Why are we making these kids sit for 8 hours in a room? In different rooms, and they get a half hour of recess for 18 years. And then we're like, hey, you can go live life now. You don't know anything. And then we shove them into college where they take out mass amounts of debt without realizing what they're really doing. And the government never bothers them about it. Their loan holders never bother them about it until one day they look and realize, oh, I can't do this, this, and this because I was never taught life skills. I just was told to do this and I didn't know any better. When I teach private lessons, I do one-on-one, and I see these kids who are just smart and attentive, and they do the crazy, amazing things. They always go farther than they think they can. And then I come to school, and I'm like, these are the same kids. These are the same kinds of kids. And I don't know if they learn anything from me day to day. And you would think that 8 hours of forced learning a day would have a significantly better impact than what we've got right now. It's not a secret that we're not great with the education thing. And it just makes me sad because I come in every day and I see potential being snuffed out of these kids. Because then I feel bad because I have to tell them the same rules. Be quiet, sit still. I have them do movements. I have them dance around. It's music class, right? It's not like I don't have any fun. But you know what it is. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And I have to tell them, be quiet, sit still. We're not there yet. No, I'm not going to answer that question. I don't want to hear your story. I've got to get through the lesson. And that's so sad. When I teach privately, they're exceeding and excelling and they're smart. And I'm blown away by some of them. Some of them can play better than most of the adults I know. And then I come to school and I see the light being just snuffed out, that potential just being like, no, know your place, ingredient in the factory. You got folks out there like Mackenzie Price with the 2-hour learning. Most of her schools are called Alpha School. She's got a few others. She's got private schools, trying to turn them into charter schools where she does 2 hours of AI-powered learning a day, and then the rest of the day is focused on life skills, and they're doing great work there. I mean, it's amazing. Their students are doing awesome. And I wish they would hire me. Their website sucks for hiring, but I wish they would just hire me already. But she's doing great work. But the truth is, she's one person running a team that's growing, but compared to the number of kids in public school, it's small. It's really small. We need more programs like that. And we don't have them. And it makes me very sad. And the craziest part is, now that the DOE is so diminished and states have been given pretty much total control over their education, you would think this would start to get better right away. That the rules for what counts as your credit hours and your graduation requirements would significantly change. But of course, what do I expect from bureaucratic red tape? So I get up early in the morning, come to work every day, pretend that all the crap they pulled the day before, the week before, never happened. And I try to get through my lesson upbeat and ready to go because I care about these kids. But I'm sad when I work this job. I'm sad. And like I said, it has nothing to do with the schools I'm at. It's the system. And I don't know, maybe it's the homeschool thing in me. I try not to put myself on a pedestal like I'm so much smarter than people who went to public school. But it seems to me that when I look at people saying, we're going to do public school different, we're going to do this charter school different, it's going to be totally better. How can people who went through that same system say that about doing something different? How can you have been taught one way and then say, I'm going to do it different? You don't even know what you're talking about, right? I mean, even with the 2-hour learning, that application process to work for them involves recognition and competency that you would have gained through a public school setting. You have to take competency tests like you would in public school. There's no one who truly is making like a huge difference in that area. Now, I'm just a music teacher, right? What do I know? My wife's a homeroom teacher. I'm not. I could never, ever be a homeroom teacher. I'm a music teacher, so I don't know. And there's a lot of stuff I don't know about education. Like I said, 4 years. Some people have 20 years on me, right? 30 years, you know? I want to be educated too. I want to know more about the system. I want to know as much as I can about how the education system in this country works and how it compares to other countries too. I want to know everything I can. I want people to educate me. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me more information, because it's really hard to piece all the little pieces together just Googling it or trying to chat GPT it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the more answers I find, the more questions I have. So I come to work and I'm sad, because I come to work every day believing in these kids, and I work under a system, not a school, not teachers, not admin. They all believe in them too. But the system, the federal and state system, doesn't. They don't care. And it's all because people in power don't like the idea of tons of people being successful, because that dilutes power. That's more people to have to try and exert control over. And they don't want to do that. And that makes me really sad, because unlike people who have grown up in bureaucracy their entire lives and don't see human beings the same way as you and I do, I see the potential in these children, the same way that adults in my life saw potential in me. Even now, other adults seeing potential in me as an adult. It's a good feeling. It brings you up to a standard. And it makes me sad that we work under a system that doesn't allow for that to happen. And unless you're going to Mackenzie Price's Alpha School in one of 7 or 8 locations, she's doing the best she can, but it's a very limited program. And if you're not doing something like that, if you're not homeschooled, and some parents can't homeschool, then you're just stuck and your kid is just screwed. How do we expect these kids to pay attention when we sit them in a room for 8 hours a day from the age of 5, when we go to meetings and we're texting and whispering to people for 1 hour and we're adults? Granted, some behavior is on parenting. It's true. I'm not exonerating. I'm not saying it's the school's job to parent the kids. I would never say that. But you can't expect any kid to be perfect for 8 hours a day sitting in different rooms with 30 minutes for recess. Sometimes 30 minutes for recess and lunch, depending on where you're at. And like I said, there's a lot I don't know about how different things work in different states and different countries. And I'd like to know. So anyway, I don't really know what the point of this was. I'm sad. I'm not even mad. I'm just sad. I see these kids and I say, you can be something. Even the kids who go out of their way to misbehave, you can be something. I see it in you. I've got so many stories. I mean, teachers have stories out the wazoo, right? I got a lot of thoughts on a lot of things. I just don't know is anyone else sad out there? You sad? Like, you see your school's awesome, your teachers are awesome, your admin's awesome. The kids would be awesome if the system just allowed for it. If you're tired of just telling them to be quiet and pay attention all the time and not like mess with the people around them because it's distracting from the lesson. Are you tired of half the day being that? Because I am. I'm sad. It makes me sad. Half the day is stuff that has nothing to do with learning because it's all management. And the other half is entertainment as a spoonful of sugar to get the kids to learn what they want to learn. You don't need that if you have learning in dosages. Learning's fun anyway, in doses. I don't know. Am I the only one who's sad? Can somebody chime in? Can somebody tell me I'm not the only one? I don't even know what to do about it. I'd like to know. The more I learn, the more I want to be active in this space and talking about this. But am I the only one? Sorry this is so long. I'll stop rambling now. I'm just sad. Just sad.